Here we have 4-week-old mini Labradoodle puppies from our Shadow Pebbles litter. And we like to call these puppies petites. We'll explain what that is a little bit later in the video. In today's video, we're going to tell you all about what the puppies are up to now. We're going to give you an update on their developing taste buds, and we're going to talk a little bit about their play style and what's happening in the next week. Hi, I'm Claire from Van Isle Labradoodles, and these little Labradoodle puppies are 4 weeks old, and they are becoming real puppies. It takes a while for puppies to develop a sense of self and to be able to be mobile enough. And if you'll take a look at Pink Collar, oh, she just finished playing. I was going to show you her playing, but she stopped playing. But you'll see they're all moving around a lot. We have different toys in here, and you can see we have all sorts of ropes. We have a rope on this toy as well as a squeaky crunchy section, and we've got legs that can be pulled on here. There's ropes in the little gray bar toy down there, and then we even have a little soft baby chew toy. And so the reason why we have all of these toys, including the ball here, is because, holy cow, these guys are growing up and their teeth are starting to come through. So because they're starting to get teeth, it's time to make a change in what they have in their environment. And that includes something to put their teeth into and start to work to get those teeth to come through. Because they are eating solid food and they have started to eat some raw food, and now we need to be able to get some teeth going so that they can move to even more options in the raw food. So right now we give them turkey and lamb. And the reason why we use those two proteins is, first of all, because one is a white and one is a red protein, and it's important to alternate between white and red proteins. Every protein has something a little different that it offers in terms of nutrition. So you can't eat, for instance, just chicken, or you can't eat just salmon. You have to give your dog all of the different protein options in order to ensure that they're getting all of their micronutrients. So when you feed a raw food, the package may say complete and balanced, and that particular box may be. But in order to provide your dog with proper nutrition and all the micronutrients they need, you have to rotate those proteins, because what pork has is different from what beef has, which is different from turkey, different from chicken, and on we go. So what we want to look at is about 3 days of a red protein, and 3 days of different white proteins, and 1 day of a fish protein. That way we're covering all the bases, and we also keep it interesting for the puppies because they do have taste buds. Now, dogs don't taste and enjoy food like we do. Lots of times we think, holy cow, why did I give my dog that special treat? Because all they did was just swallow it whole. They didn't enjoy it. Well, they don't get the enjoyment from chewing and savoring the flavor. They get the enjoyment from the feeling of satiation in their stomach. The other place they get their enjoyment from is when they eat bones, and they can rip and tear and crunch and munch on their food. This is also how they keep their teeth clean. Because with a raw-fed dog, you don't have to brush their teeth or worry about keeping their teeth clean because they're not eating sugar. When you are feeding kibble, kibble is sugar. That's all it is. It is shatters in a dog's mouth. They don't actually chew on, crunch on it. It just shatters. As soon as they bite down, the kibble piece shatters. It turns instantly into sugar, which attaches and becomes plaque on their teeth. Dogs do not have amylase in their mouths like we do. Amylase is what you need to process starches that are, in essence, sugars. Dogs have amylase in their pancreas. And indeed, dogs didn't have amylase initially. It's only as a result of domestication because we kept feeding them cereals. And basically, that's what a kibble diet is cereal. So when they eat their raw food, they they are not getting all that sugar in their mouth, so their teeth stay really healthy. And raw-fed dogs, you may see a slight difference in cost initially. However, when your dog is older, you will see all those savings and more, because one of the many things you will not have to pay for is vet visits to deal with teeth problems, plaque buildup, tooth decay, and gum disease. So these guys this week, you can see Mr. Yellow there, they're playing. They have discovered, oh, life's fun. Look at the tail. This litter has the waggiest tay-tays. You can see red's tails going, yellow's tails going. You never come and see this group of puppies without tails wagging unless they're all sound asleep. And they tend to all be asleep upside down because they are happy, confident puppies. They're starting to develop little personalities now, showing us who they are, letting us get to know them better. And you can see some of them are wearing some of their food. You'll see little bits of glops on their feet here. And that's because when they first start eating food, it's very sticky. And we make it sticky so that it's easy for them to lap up and get into their tummies. Now that they've been eating solid food for a week, we've started to incorporate the raw, as I was saying. So the lamb and the turkey go in because they are the easiest to incorporate. They're the smoothest proteins. They don't have so many chunks of different things in them. So we can smear it with the back of the spoon around their bowl, add in the goat milk and a little bit of pablum and some pumpkin, stir it all up, and we have a nice slurry for them. And boy, I can tell you, they just love when we add the meat to their food. Right away, they're all in there, their eyes get bigger, and they're really excited to try this new thing out. So you can see that they still have the same amount of space, and that is, hello, we also have found our voices, and that is going to change this week. We are going to expand their room. Now the puppies, because they're eating solid food, that means we've started to wean them. And you'll see that Raven is not here today. And that's because Raven is very happy with the idea of weaning her babies, and she is spending quite a lot of time away from them now. So she comes in, she nurses them, she counts them, she cuddles up with them for a few minutes, and that's it, then she leaves. Raven just jumps in and out. We don't have to leave the door open for her. She just makes her own door. And now up until now, she and Kinsey, because their puppies are just 2 days different in age, they have an enclosure that separates them from their puppies where they can sleep but be right close to their puppies. Now that the puppies are getting towards their 5th week, the moms will start sleeping with us at night. So we will put food out for the puppies overnight, and it will be up to the puppies to figure out that they have to eat from the dish overnight. At the same time, we reduce the amount of food that we're feeding to Raven, and that helps to reduce her milk supply. And in her food, we add a little bit of sage. And sage is just a natural way to enhance the drying up process. So that will allow Raven's milk production to be reduced. And we let the dogs go at the rate that works best for them. We just watch and observe them and see how they're feeling, see how mom's feeling, and from that we decide how aggressively or how moderately we're going to work on the weaning process. We have lots of time until Raven goes home, and there's no, absolute date that Raven has to go home. Generally speaking, moms go home when the puppies are about 6 weeks old. But if the puppies are not completely satisfied and comfortable eating on their own at that point, then mom has to stay longer. If mom's entirely fed up with her puppies, doesn't want to feed them, and she doesn't have any milk left, then mom might go home earlier. But regardless, mom will be here for you to meet at your puppy family visit day. So the kids are very comfortable now with strange people, sounds, dogs, all sorts of things going on. They have become accustomed to different things happening. They're very much enjoying football. And you can see if you take a look at green color here, what else are they doing this week? Well, they're starting to chew on my toes. Luckily, they don't really have too many teeth yet, and Green Collar is still our smallest puppy in this litter, but he's the one who's the first one to have his teeth come through. Not everybody has teeth through, but Mr. Green was the one who had the first teeth that came through. So that's what the kids have been up to this week, and you can see that they're a precocious bunch. They keep trying. Mr. Green is just the biggest hearted puppy. He never ever lets his size interfere with what he's doing, and he consistently is leading the pack in meeting his milestones. So now we'll go through the puppies and we will do an update on their weights. I just need to get Reynold to hand me the book that has their weights in it, and then I will read those out to you and we'll know who is biggest and who is smallest. So first of all, everybody has surpassed the 1 kilogram mark now, except for Mr. Green. And by tomorrow, he'll be at 1 kilogram. So we're going to do the puppies in birth order, which means we start with Mr. Blue here. Oh, Taylor has changed these collars. Nope, that's okay. I thought for a minute Taylor had changed the collars on the puppies and changed the colors, and I was going to have the wrong puppy. Mr. Blue is 1.34 kilograms. Mr. Blue is a quiet guy. He was the first one out, but he's definitely not the first one to try things. He likes to take his time. He likes to watch everybody. He likes to see what's going on. And he can be a little bit more quiet, but once he sees what's going on, then he happily tries it himself. And you can see here how when I went to pet him under his chin, you see he has a little bit of tension in his body. So he just takes a little bit longer right now to warm up to new things. Is that how he's going to be forever? Not at all. This is just who he is at week 4. When you come to see him at your puppy family visit day, he'll be different. So when I give you an update on their personalities, please don't think that's who the puppy is. Please understand that the puppies continue to develop and evolve on a daily basis. Pink Collar Girl. Where is Pink Collar Girl? Oh, I think she's hiding right behind me here. Nope, that's Mr. Yellow. Can you see Pink Collar Girl, Reynolds? I don't see Pink Collar Girl. Can you see her? Is she way back hiding somewhere? Oh, she's in the crate. All right, we'll leave her till last then, and I'll go get her out of there just when we're at the end. Next, we'll do Mr. Black Collar instead. Excuse me, Mr. Green. Excuse me, Mr. Green. I need to find your brother, Mr. Black Collar. Hello, Black. Hello, Black. Hello. How are you? Oh, and you're not a Mr. anyways. You're a Miss because you're a girl. Miss Black Collar Girl. Look at those filthy feet from eating her food. We do cut this stuff off of them so that they're not dragging it around, but every time they eat, they usually acquire a bit more. Miss Black Collar is 1.06 kilograms, so she just made it into the 1 kilogram mark there. She's also a quieter girl. She's reserved. She doesn't ever push herself into things. She lets everybody else do things, and she just comes up quietly. She's no problem at the eating. She's doing very well with that. She's just a little bit of a gentler soul and doesn't feel the need to push her way into anything. Yeah, she's a very sweet girl, very easygoing. Next we have Red Collar. Red Collar is our apricot party boy. Sorry, red is usually girls, but I know that you're a boy. And we'll just double check to make sure I'm right, and yes I am. This little guy, he's a character. So the puppies have started going outside, and Mr. Red was really happy about that. He went down the ramp with no problem. He is outgoing, he's confident, he's gregarious, he loves to come over and get snuggles and cuddles. He likes all the new toys and finding out what's there. He's a real go-getter, a leader, and a happy kind of guy. Really nice, even well-balanced puppy for Mr. Red, who's 1.25 kilograms. Then we have Mr. Yellow. Mr. Yellow and Mr. Red are fairly similar in their temperaments, and they are both party puppies. So maybe that's why. Mr. Yellow is our chocolate party boy, And this guy, oh my gosh, he is a kisser and a cuddler, and you see right away he gives you that eye contact. He just wants to have fun. He just loves life, roaring around, playing with his friends. He loves to chew on the toys. He does all sorts of goofy things, and he keeps us in stitches. And if you leave the gate open, he's the first one out. No problem exploring and trying new things with Mr. Yellow, who is 1.22 kilograms. Then we have our sweet little Mr. Green. Mr. Green is our tiny guy. Hi. And he's giving me beautiful eye contact right now. This puppy is what I call a melter. When you pick him up, he just melts right into you. He just loves people, but see, but he also is a go-getter. Look at that wonderful eye contact. Yeah, I love you. I love you. He's so much fun. He loves to be out there playing with his friends. He loves the toys, and he just can't wait for you to come and give him attention. He has lots of cool little sounds that he makes. He's very good at communicating. He's not screaming or crying or anything like that. He just has little conversations where he talks to you, a little bit like a cat purring. So he's 980 grams. Then we have Silver Collar. Oh, don't use Silver Collar as your pillow, honey, because I'm just going to lift him up. You go over there. Yeah. Silver Collar. Can you come over here, handsome? Oh my goodness, Silver Collar, you are so heavy. And Silver Collar is 1.25 kilograms. And you are not Silver Collar because you're a white collar. That's why you weigh so much. I'm forever thinking you're Silver Collar. You'd think by now I would know that Silver Collar is not a black. My mistake. Silver Collar is a red puppy. Hi, I got you mixed up. I did. Oh no, I got you mixed up. I keep doing that, don't I? Yes, I do. And Silver Collar is, no, he's a red caramel. His head is red, so I suspect his body's going to turn that way. This guy is a doll, even though I do get him mixed up in terms of his color. He is a gentle boy as well. Very much like Raven in his personality. Super friendly, very clever. He likes to do all sorts of things where he stretches his body around, tries out new moves, and you often see him rolling and tumbling about. That's what he'll do. And Mr. Silver is 1.25 kilograms. And then we have White Collar, who got his little preview there. White Collar is the biggest puppy in the litter, and he is 1.44 kilograms. And that's why he feels so big when we pick him up. This guy has my favorite with the classic black and white. I just love that. This guy is an absolute mirror of his mama Raven. So he looks like Raven to some extent, and he's so much like her. He has very much the same face, but he also has that very sweet and loving nature. Lots of kisses, lots of hugs, really relates to people very closely. So that's our big guy in the litter. And then I'll go grab Pink Collar. Pink Collar is quite a little sweetheart. She is weighing 1.05 kilograms, so she's not particularly large, but she does have lots of fun personality. She likes to play with the toys, and she particularly likes to play with her litter mates. She is a huge fan of the crate. I can almost always guarantee that she's going to be in the crate. There you go. And she is almost a clone of her mama Raven, because she is this beautiful little black phantom girl. She has that adorable face, and right away you can see she's looking at me, really strong eye contact. And she just is a little bit of an independent spirit. You'll often see her playing off on her own with a toy, not feeling that she has any need to be with her litter mates. And she'll probably decide now that she's either going to come see me or she's going to go back in the crate. She has a really, really nice, very like a quiet, confident energy about her, which is really lovely to see. And that's what we see in Raven too, and one of the main reasons we picked Raven as our keeper puppy from her litter. So that's all the puppies. We have a little shorter video today because Rowan, who is Raven's half-sister, is in labor, and so we can't leave her for too long because she is probably going to have puppies at any minute now. It might be hours, but we have to be out there and be prepared for the puppy's arrival. So Taylor's sitting with her while we do the video, and then we'll be back with her. And don't forget to check Facebook, because there'll be lots of pictures of brand new babies probably later today, maybe this evening. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you'll join us again for our next update. And next time we'll talk a little bit more about exercise and alone time for puppies. See you then.